I'm Emmy. I'm the author of $100 Million Careers, and I ran the #1 fund in the world in 1999, up 493%. Are you feeling stuck in your career? You got into finance to make money. And even though you earn a little bit more every year, you also spend a little bit more every year. So it never seems like you get ahead. The answer is to stand in your value, to move into building equity. It's a phase in your life where you're going to be paid partly with salary, and maybe it starts out a little bit less at the beginning, and more with equity. This allows you to experience step function increases in your wealth. When the company that you're working at sells, merges with another company, goes IPO, all of a sudden the shares that you have can go up by a lot more than that 5% a year that you've been earning. So the perfect question is, how long do I stay in the career that I've broken into, where I learn how to do everything, learn the ropes, meet people, build my network? How long do I stay in there versus moving to building equity? Should I just start at a startup? I recommend that you start in a larger company. This is not for everyone, but for most people, you start a larger company, you learn the ropes. What you want to do is build your network, build your skills, and build your reputation. Then when the time is right, which you want to be as short as possible, but as long as necessary, then you move into building equity, where you get paid in shares, or you get paid as a percentage of your performance. You're now separating the time that you spend from the money that you earn. There's a third phase of this. Once you start standing in your value and building equity, an entirely new world opens up. You can have multiple chances at wealth at the same time. You may be working at a startup or a larger private company, perhaps as head of sales. You're driving revenues up. That helps the growth of the company and the valuation. People will notice you. You'll get offered better leadership positions. You'll also get offered board of director positions, board of advisor positions, and you'll get to know the investors of the company. You may be invited to invest alongside them or become a part-time venture partner. All of a sudden, you have created multiple opportunities for liquidity events to move you towards a $100 million career. Let's take a look at what that looks like, from breaking in to building equity to breaking out. In $100 million careers, a lot of people prior to learning about this are stuck in the breaking in phase. They're working in big tech like Facebook, Google, or management consulting or investment banking, or like myself, I was stuck in investment management for far too long. What you need to do in the breaking in phase is to build a network, build skills, and know when you're ready to move to the next phase. The next phase is building equity. In building equity, you're going to have 3 components you're going to seed during this phase. When you're building equity, you are now getting paid part equity and part salary for the work that you do. You're going to help build a company. It could be a small company or a larger private company. You are going to help move the needle from 50 million in revenues to 100 million in revenues, or from 100 million in revenues to 300 million in revenues. This will get you noticed by investors, and you will get other opportunities for your next role with that investor's portfolio companies. You may be asked to join a board of directors, join a board of advisors, or advise other private companies on how to grow. You're seeding each of these 3 areas: build, invest, advise. Then you move to the breaking out phase, where your money flywheel of build, invest, advise is fully activated. You are getting opportunities coming from each one that feed into the other. Too many work for too long, selling their time for a little bit more money every year. Stand in your value and start building equity. See your wealth increase by step functions instead of a little bit every year. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about 100 million careers, grab a copy of my book.